Climbing, man. We climbing. You know what I'm saying? Killing it with my coffee today. Mm. Yes. While nobody's looking, take a quick herb hit. Kidding, that's not real herb. You know what they say. Cop didn't see it. I didn't do it. All right, let me share with the world right quick that we are live and at it again. Session 109, baby. Yeah. Yeah, that's me right there. Hello, me. All right. Let me share with the world of our good deeds. All right. Now we got everything in check. Very good. So, tonight's sample is going to be a nice little toy piano piece, um, running about 80 BPMs, which is kind of my preferred tempo. Um, and of course, nice little boom bap. This kit, if you mess with Machine, it's in the Street Swarm add-on, and it is called the Old Weaver kit. You know, I like how the boom bap matches with the sample because it kind of sounds aged. The sample, so that's pretty cool. So that's what we're going to be working with today. Um, Now, usually, just so everyone knows, in regards to how to set up the samples, when you're, when you're setting up your project, mm, the best way I found of doing it is to put the sample into something called ADSR mode, which only means that it plays for as long as you hit the button. You know what I mean? So in our case, so essentially, that would be the best way in case you want to loop it, cut it off, and start it again, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times when you load a sample into the machine, it will put it into one shot mode, which means as long as you hit that button one time, it'll play the whole sample, and if you hit that button again, it'll start playing a sample over itself, and it comes to a nice ripe mess in regards to sampling. So, yes, that's the story there. So that's how I prep my samples for the show. Again, it's really easily done. You just, when you have the sound in the group, select the sound up here, and then you select a little plug right there, go to pitch and envelope, and then you tune this thing to ADSR, where you can control the attack, decay, sustain, and release of the sample as well. And you could even pitch it if you want to. I usually don't pitch any of the samples because I like them just the way they are. Plus, most of the time, well, every time I use cleared samples, so I don't have to worry about trying to make it sound like something. Also, highly recommended if you're going to be doing this and you're going to be producing. I highly recommend using cleared samples. So, invest in yourself, sign up to a website, man. There's plenty of them out there. I ain't gonna name no names. And get yourself a membership and get some credits and start downloading samples, man, and start chopping them shits up. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost that much to do so. And they all come in WAV format, so if you're working on Ableton or Pro Tools or all that kind of stuff, those samples will work on any of those platforms. Just me, I happen to use Native Instruments. I mean, Underneath here is a Pro Tools rig. I do use Pro Tools, but that's for when I record. Yeah, I finally pointed at that thing correctly. Yeah, when I record, then I'll be running, my Pro Tools and everything. But yeah, so I think I've yammered just about enough, and it is about time to get us a track. So, got my NASA shirt on today. Y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if we can blast this fucking thing off tonight. I like how that kit sounds. Alright, here we go. Tempo 80 BPMs. Starting off with a 4 on the floor loop. You are at the beginning, and you are now IDD QD. What's up to everybody, by the way? My fault. I like these old piano samples. They usually remind me of I just had a quick idea. Boom. Okay. I'm wondering if I start retapping the sample right there. This is where this ADSR thing comes in handy. Start to just replay the sample right at the end. Try it again. Now I could go and literally mess with the sample itself, but we might, for that matter. And you know what? I think we just might. Because at the end here, I want something else. Alright, so this is a good little education on sample works in the machine. Go to sampling, hit the sampling button, then you go to edit. So now this is the actual sample. Alright, I like this part that goes da 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 da, right? I want it. So I want to chop it out and put it on another key. How do we go about doing that? Up here, you got a couple of choices. We're in edit mode now, and there's a slice mode right next to it, and it'll do precisely as intended. Slice that bitch. Now, we're going to go on to grid. Alright, you see how it just gave me a grid that it thinks I'm going to use. Alright, I'm going to stop the playback for a minute. So now we can So now, I mean, if I want to, I can create whatever I want out of this. But, since we do want something in particular, since it conveniently sliced off kind of what I want right there, so we're going to try it. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So once you slice it out to where you want it, what's up, Powder? And we're going to take this thing and you just drag it to sound 2. That's what makes this shit so awesome. So just hold, drag that son of a bitch. Boom. So now we have it there. Alright, so now, remember if I play it, it'll go into one shot. You see how this one is in ADSR, and this one here is in one shot. That's the thing I was talking about. So now I'm going to change this to ADSR as well. Alright. So boom, now we have that, right? So now we get out of this whole sampling mode altogether with, and now since it's on sound 2, I already know where to put it, which is going to be right down here. Now let's see what this sounds like. Now grant you, I could be fully wrong on this shit, but most of the time, then that's the shit I'm talking about. So now we got it to sound with that double tap. Yeah. Da, 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 da. So that's about where I'm gonna keep it. Well, shit, I got me an even better idea now. What if we do an 8-bar, one with the normal and one with this at the end, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we take the whole pattern now, the orange pattern or group A or whatever you want to call it, and we are going to double it. Just hit the double button, or shift double, pardon me. Boom. So now we just made it into an 8-bar. See that right there? Lovely shit. And now we can delete this. Not all of it. We can now delete one and go straight up into it. Alright. Sounded pretty cool, but not too happy with it. So now I'm going to cut it back some right about there. Let's see if that helps. Alright, so it doesn't. But now we have an 8-bar. I'm totally fine with that. Okay, so now I shall try to bring it. Now what I would like to try to do is maybe give it a little double tap at the end. See if that'll help. Okay. Make it a little more in sync on this shit. Yeah, so it would have to be. I could even make them play over themselves. Let's see if that'll work. Just to give the sample a little more variation. Scooted back like 2 bars. So the only way it can really work is like this, right? Ooh, got you now. So we can do that with the first one. And the second one could do this. Yeah, see, that could work right there. Just got to raise my velocities up a little bit to match the other sample. Because again, with the boom bap, it's going to be a little more understandable. Because I'm kind of hearing in my head what it's going to be. So I'm just kind of prepping the sample. But I kind of like how it's that double da 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 da. Cause it, yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that right there. Well, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. That's my Twitch people, ringing true and ringing through. Yeah, I kind of like how that goes because we have one that goes da 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 da, and then at the ends we'll do da 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 da. Yeah, that works out. That works out. That works out just nice. Right. Again, back here we want to raise the velocity up just a little bit because we want to match what we're talking about. So there we go. There's a little sample cutting session. As I like it goes ba ba da ba da bum. I like that. Now, since we did all these wonderful cuts, save your projects. Always save your projects. You never know when the lights are gonna go out, man. Give this one a long name. Alright, so now, suffice it to say, we're up to 8 bars, which to me is usually easier in regards to sample work, because later on, once I build the stack up, and that's just this one scene that's looping over itself, it'll be a lot easier to arrange the project, because, you know, 2 of these make a 16, 1 of these makes a hook, so that's the reasoning why it is easy. Anyway, so now we got that. Let's get us some boom bap, shan't we? Now we have to modify the pattern because I already set up a 4-bar pattern for the boom bap. But why limit ourselves to when we have 8 bars to play with variations? So now, again, hit your pattern button, and right up here is going to be a knob, and you can turn up the pattern to an 8-bar. Same way you can, you know, bring it up to a 16 if you want it. But again, I have ADD, I need symmetry. Alright. I'm doing a lot of talking on this one here. If anyone's got any questions, by the way, if y'all curious about some shit, any shit, just want to say hi, you know, talk to me, type something. What's up, Tyler? I heard your track, bro. I I already talked to Mr. Zeno about that. So we got something in the works. Alright. I like how this drum track kind of meshes with the sound of this. Now if anyone uses a machine jam, if you hit level in any of the patterns, any of the pattern keys, you'll get all your patterns up here so you can kind of mix them live, sound-wise. I give you John Wayne vibes, I'm with that. John Wayne works. Oh, shit. I need a cowboy hat for that, man. You know, or a 6-shooter or some shit. Turn that up a little bit. Let's lay this shit down. Alright, John Wayne the producer, I'm with it. Okay, now. Might have to skip on these a little bit. Oh, you want to do the bass first? Alright, we'll do the bass first. Usually, that's the thing where I go unconventional. I'll just lay a simple boom bap down, and then I'll do the bass afterwards, but... Doom, boom, boom, boom. Because I like to hear something. Quantize. Right there. Need that to quantize better. I might shorten that shit to a 4-bar just so I can draw it up nice. Because all the variations might be what's deadening me here. But you can't deaden me for long, motherfucker. So now I can see you better. I might have to lay this down in triplets. Yep. Alright. What I mean by that is I'll set quantize to triplets. I'll even set it to 16 triplets. That might help me a lot. Maybe not. Maybe I'm beyond help. So the 16s won't help me there. Oh God! Back to my regular 16. I'll get it. When in doubt, make it simple. No repeat agrees with me on that. No repeat agrees. Notice the velocities, by the way. I'm gonna tweak them a little bit, but I meant to do that shit I did. With just 1 bar off here and there. Right about there. There we go. Start dropping them. Alright. Now, having said all of that, I'm going to lower all the velocities at the same time so we don't get those kind of heavy My channel on YouTube is GodMode Studios. Here, I'll type it out. That would be the channel. I have 107 of these sessions up already. So yeah, enjoy. Every video that goes live goes on there right after. I think I'm gonna put some double taps in there. Da da da. Around them parts. I'm just trying to equalize the velocity. Oh, that's happening. That's happening. Absolutely right. And I'm thinking of being all top hat with it and throwing an upright bass in as the situation. Yep. I'm also thinking some trumpets. Something. The beats I do, I usually like to like if I give it to a live orchestra, you know what I'm saying, they'll be able to play that shit. Like so yeah. Oh, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. I just want to get a nice little flow going. There will be bass. There will be bass. Da, 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 right there. So we're going to hit that with a double pa-pa-da. See how that works out. Da, da, da. Right there. Yeah, it's just a little. Kick right there. All right. Working. Velocities just a little more. The ear, it's a sensitive thing. Nah, I don't like the double taps. Do like that extra kick though. Now we got this happening, but remember now it's only a 4-bar because I shortened it up so I don't screw up over the course of 8 bars, right? Again, simple shit. Pattern, shift, double, boom. Now we got a double of that whole thing, right? So we can give it a little variation now. And that's why you see me take the double taps out. Alright? So that I can stretch it over the course of 8 bars and make it sound alright, because I want to add a little bit more Thank you, Orvis. I appreciate you, man. Just maybe. Yeah, let's just see something like that at the end. A little kick here and there. Now I want to throw in like maybe one more snare. Right there, like ka, you know. I think we've established ka does nothing. Sorry, flashback. Somewhere on them parts. Drop the snare sound a little bit, just a little bit. Alright. Now. Shift save. Save your project often. You never know when the power will go out, man. Live production, Papa. I can't be talking right now, but alright. I'm live. Right now. Alright, so I hope that makes sense, meaning like leave it be. Alright. Nope, that's not making sense. This boy is gonna be on the friends list for a short live. Wanna talk to me? Talk to me in the channel, baby. Talk to me in the Facebook. Talk to me on the YouTube. Talk to me on the Twitch. Of course I need it. But again, people don't understand when you're doing a live show, man. Come talk to me in the channel, Pop. I sure will. But for now, I got a beat to make. Like, I'm live across 3 networks, Pop. Come see me. Yeah. Alright, so now, let's get some bass in the house. We need bass. Because we're doing good already. So again, I started a new group. Because the bass sound, again, is going to be on its own little thing. And later on, you'll see why. Because right now, we're making this stack. And that right there is going to help us out when we start arranging this thing. So, new pattern. Scroll it out. And match the 8 bars that we have. And then I just use navigate to bring it out to speed. What you guys are seeing on the bottom here is running across 3 computer monitors, so I gotta mind the gap. yeah. Alright. So now I want some bass, and I do want some upright bass in this. Somewhere in there. So we'll go to instruments, we'll go to bass, we'll go to upright, and we'll go to upright bass. Again, it's just an excuse to use an upright bass. There's something about an upright bass that I love very much, so we're gonna have to bring that a few octaves lower. I'm going to put it into jazz mode, which basically just rearranges the keys. I found that I work real well with the jazz setup. Jazz mode has a couple of different settings in it for the type of scale. Again, all it's doing is screwing with the scale. So now I got the 3 that I need. You know, you got alright, so this one needs to be lower. So we'll keep screwing with the scale. I know one of these got it. Well, we gonna find it. Finding my notes. Okay. Something like that. Let's lay it down. mess with that. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to control the slaps, that grrr. So what I want to do by that is, that's the velocities, right? So some places we're going to want it. Like right there, we don't want it. All that is just drop the velocity a little bit. See? Once you drop the velocities, you can have them where you want them. There, we want to drop it. Once you're good with that, what I do recommend you go back and do is just make sure you kind of fit them into their square so they don't overlap. I know it sounds a little ADD, but it's better for the sounds themselves. Now, if you want them to overlap, by all means. But makes it sound cleaner and sharper that way. Okay. There. Let's see. Doing that to them right there. You could always change the grid up if you're going to want them to be closer or further, or whatever the case may be. Like right here, I might want it to be a little further out, so the emphasis on this one comes in. Maybe on this one too. See, now I feel it's too far. Switch the grid up to 32. Now you can drag it out a little bit more, and it'll do the same thing here. Right, see, that works. So now we're going to drag them out to that format. I always like everything to sit where it should, because again, it's just better for a better sounding mix. You want all the sounds to make sense. Alright, so I'm cool with that right there. Again, save the project. Every new step you take that you like, always save it. So much better off. I even have another idea if I drag it in real close. Seems like it doesn't make a difference, right? But you never know. Yeah, makes just a little bit of difference. All right, I'm with it. Next instrument, new pattern. Set it up for 8 bars. So now you see what I'm saying, how we're building a stack up. That's going to help us a lot when we're arranging this. So what's going to be the next one? Let's try some brass. Let's try some brass, some trumpets, and some trumpets. for later. Because we could always use that for a hook section or something like that. But now, the trick is to get it arranged. Again, everything's gotta be playing on point. It's one thing I am a stickler for. So right here it came out nice. Right there. Alright. That right there, 32. We could even work with a 16 on that. Yeah. So we'll quantize it. Drop the velocities. So that's hitting a little bit. A little bit not like I want to. Okay, so we're gonna have to work on that part right there. So everything else is hitting on point. Alright. Wonder if I take the sample out. Shorten these, so I want to go in a little closer. Let's see about shortening these a little bit. Do that number with them, because I think the second note is just a bit too long. That's what's making it. Right, and we can even go into 64 and start moving it over a little bit. There we go. So that's what it is. Some of these velocities down, so I don't need a lot of this stuff to scream because of the sample being over there. And then this one, short a little bit. back into like 32s or 16s, just for easier cuts. That. Whoa. That didn't work. Chop that short. Chop that short again. That short. Alright. Something around them parts. Alright. So we're gonna keep that one either at a very low level, just as a little background sound, like that, somewhere down here. Or I'm gonna think I'm gonna use this for the hook. So for now, we can mute it. It's still usable, but just not for the verse part, which is fine. So now make me another one. Let me try some bowed strings. Yes, some cello will definitely do the trick. I'll tell you what, gang. Let me have a smoke real quick, because it's a drug and I'm addicted. And we shall get back to this and most likely start arranging it real soon. Stay with me. I shall return. It's a drug. It's a drug. Be right back. arrange this out a little bit. And I'll record this. What's up, beef? I've been on this one for an hour and 17 minutes. Velocity at all. I might need to reverse these though, because if it comes in from the beginning, it'll be like oh no, bullshit, never mind. We're gonna keep that just as is. Let me quantize it. Right. Sharpen these up a little bit. Whoa! Yeah, got my hoodie up, do the two-step, what's up? Yeah. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, do my two-step to the melody. Hoodie up, okay. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, do my two-step to the melody. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, what's up? Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, do my two-step to the melody. Yeah, I might record that. Alright, now, I think I'm gonna need one more instrument and we can start arranging this. So let's stay on task. The next instrument, I believe, is going to be very similar. I think I'll go for a violin. Just to give it a little accenting. Little too much. Took too much, man. You took too much. Alright, so I'll tell you what. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let's start arranging this. Easiest way I found of arranging, I remember I told you this scene right here is all we have looping right now. We got the horns. Let me just plug the horns back. Okay. So now I know it doesn't make too much sense yet, but bear with me. So the easiest way I found of arranging a project like this is to take this one scene and copy and paste it to essentially the length of your entire instrumental, whatever length you want. In my case, I'd like an 8-bar intro. I would like two 16-bar verses, and I would like 2 8-bar hooks. Alright, so simple shit. Duplicate. Now you got verse 1. Now you got a hook. Now you got verse 2. And now you got a hook. And that's how simple that whole shit is going to be. Now, grant you, everything is the same now. But now you start subtracting. This is going to be our intro. And remember now, we are going to add more stuff in, but just to get the basics of what this track is going to sound like. Right? Just lay it out. Oh, the jam is so awesome for this. You just literally like click and unclick patterns and get exactly, you know, what you're looking for. So yeah, I so believe in the jam, especially when combined with any MK for that matter, because I started with an MK2 in the jam, or I had an MK2, then they released the jam, so I got that, and for arrangement purposes, it's just so awesome. That's the only word I have for it, is awesome. So I might do 2 different hooks right there, because one's gonna have that cello in it and one's gonna have that horn. Might be interesting. Oh, it saves a tremendous time. See, like right there, like I feel like adding the horns back in. I mean, barring me having to click on different scenes to add different stuff in, you know, as soon as you click on it, like boom, like that. You know, I think it saves a lot of time and workflow, and plus it provides a mixer. Like right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I have everything that's about to start playing is going to be right here, so if I feel like working it out, you know, I don't have to bring up levels or nothing. It's right there. Boom. There goes my drum track right there. So if I feel like just bringing that up some more, or bringing the sample up some more, it's fantastic for workflow, I think. So now, right here, we're gonna do a break. Right, so we'll do a beat break right there. So now I basically have everything layered out to my track now. Now all I have to do is add and subtract until I'm happy with what's happening. Well, essentially anything that you can do from the MK3, you're supposed to be able to do from the jam. Now, you know, as far as extraction goes, usually if I extract, it's just going to be, you know, file extract from, you know, the drop down menu. So but if you can do it from the MK3 without touching the mouse, you can also do it from the jam. In fact, it has different stuff in it that like whatever the MK3 would pull up on the screens, if the jam doesn't have it, like any screens to pull up on, it'll pull it up on the screen of your you know, down here, and you can work with it that way. And up here there's another, like, I know you can't see it, but up here there's another knob that works the same way. Oh, the hell, pardon I, why did I extend you further? Yeah. So again, everyone's gonna have different uses for it. There's a shit ton of tutorials on it that, you know, I had to take a couple just to get where I needed to be with it in regards to my own personal workflow. But I highly recommend it. If you're a machine head now, I highly, highly recommend the Jam. So what I'm doing now, I'm just putting in a few beat breaks here and there. Oh, my fault. Again, I'm gonna say yes without completely knowing the answer, only because you know, I might not do it the same way in regards to the extraction, but knowing Native Instruments, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, you can. But it's definitely worth the money. I'll be honest with you. My dream rig, and as soon as, you know, any of this takes off and gets some kind of revenues, I'm gonna get the control keyboard and put it right down here. So I'll have the MK3, the Jam, and the control, probably a control 49, and that will be, you know, the production rig, because I already have the complete suite in this. I can do. I have an idea. So let's see how my little break works right here. Tell you what, we'll make it real simple. We'll just do that with it right there. And we'll stretch this. Ah, yes. Yes. So I'll duplicate this pattern again, because I just don't want it to end on like just the other note. So I'll just play the sample out fully. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do that. Here, once the second verse comes in, right, then I'll take the bass out right there. Okay. So that's an idea right there, right? Right. So then we can. The end of the sample doesn't work with this, right? It's alright, we'll make it work. We shall make it work. So what we'll do is, right? I know what we'll do. I know exactly what we'll do. So we'll duplicate this pattern, right? And then we'll chop off half of the bass section. So that will work there. Put it behind the violin. The cellos won't work with what the sample is doing. Now I need another duplicate, only because I want to cut the end of this. So once I chop the end of this off, my beat break is going to wind up working again. hard chop it, and then I'll let the cellos lead us into the hook. Yeah, that'll work. That will actually work. Alright, and then what I want to do here is chop off a section of the incoming drums. Alright, and then we'll pattern to this one. Let's see how that works out. Go. Okay, so I gotta chop more. Or do I? Nah, I don't really have to. I'll just do this. Alright, and then I'll cut. Yeah, duplicate this pattern and I'll cut this section just a little bit short. Just the reason I'm going through all of this is the sample plays a little bit into the silence of the hooks. So I want to try to kind of address that a little bit if I could. I like how that works. Don't forget to save your project. Keep on saving throughout the whole time. Yeah, see, I don't like exactly how that works. It's alright. We'll fix it. I like how that came in, but I might wanna make that a little further out. So we'll chop the shit some more. Like right about here. Out now. That works. That works just fine. I like it. Never mind me. Now I'm doing fuckery. one, yeah, I'm gonna clip 2 of the shakers right here, so let it go boom, back, boom, boom, and then maybe 3 of them right there. Put in another beat break right here. We're going to duplicate this pattern in order to do the beat break because I've already kind of modified it out. Alright, this one we already cut this one to do that. There it is. I think I want to work on a little bit of an intro for the drums. Alright, so somewhere here. So I'm going to make another duplicate. Alright, but on this one, I'm going to damn near delete about half of it. Right about there, right? Then, for the sake of mathematics, something like that. Let's see if that works out for us. Somebody singing on this hook part might be interesting. Thank you so much, Axel. I try. I do try. Now let me make sure my damn intro's gonna work out with just these shakers right here. Whoa! Come on. I like that intro rather. Alright. I'm gonna let this bad boy roll through one time. Whoa. And that's simple. In about 2 hours, you can have a track. See, I keep trying to do it like my man Bob Ross, you know. He got that shit down to like half an hour, man. You know, I ain't that good yet. But it is episode 108. Maybe by episode 365, I'll be quicker. Whoa. Yeah. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, doing my two-step. Yeah. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, doing my two-step. Yeah. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, doing my two-step. Hoodie up, cloud of smoke, doing my two-step. Whoa. Thank you, Axel. I appreciate you, man. That's my Twitch people right there. Hooking it up as always. Now I'm going to let that roll around one more time. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Whoa. Yeah, new beats almost every night. Composed from scratch for your viewing pleasure. And this is one of them. Yeah. Cloud of smoke, yeah. Cloud of smoke, do my two-step. Through the cloud of smoke, I do my two-step. Yeah. trouble of my clouded mind. And I write, cause every moment is so precious in time. And I write, cause you never know when you're gonna meet the nine. And I write, freeze framing my thoughts into rhymes. And I write to ease the trouble of my clouded mind. And I write, cause every moment is so precious in time. I write, cause you never know when you're gonna meet the nine. And I write, freeze framing my thoughts into rhymes. Freeze frame. That's what I should have named this, freeze frame. Alright, for real, I'm gonna let this shit roll one more time. Then we're gonna wrap for the night. So if you got a verse, now's the time. Or maybe in a few minutes you can just look this shit up on YouTube. GodMode Studios, YouTube. Yeah, this one's mad chill. Yeah. Yes. I like it. Kicking ass and taking names today. Man, I got mad people messaging me. My fault. But yeah, man. Kick ass beat. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me get rid of all that. Yeah. Kick ass beat, kick ass night. Appreciate everybody who subscribed, followed on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I thank you in advance for subscribing to YouTube if you want to do so. And it's GodMode Studios. You can find me. Believe me, there's 108 of these, and we are climbing. You know what I'm saying? So, having said that, thank you so much for chilling with me tonight. And I will see you tomorrow for session 110. And as always, peace!